We're in Italy and decided to hike between Bologna and Florence. But it didn't take long to realize we were in over our heads. And that's the one thing you don't want to hear if you're on top of a mountain in a foreign country is thunder. So we ran into a little snag. And that snag is somehow we've missed the trail. We decided to end the hike early, but along the way we got some amazing views and got to meet some great people. So come along as we end this hike early and find out why.
What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. It's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may.
We just started leg 2, which we're kind of off to a late start today. And one of the reasons we're off to a late start is today is like a 15-mile hike, and we were coming up with different variations because our legs are hurting. Our accommodations were supposed to be there by 8 p.m. when check-in ends. I don't know if that's going to happen. So we messaged the host, and he said that worst comes to worst, we could message him and he'll come pick us up. At that point, we might split up. Maybe Deb will go to the accommodations and I'll continue the hike. We don't know. But for right now, we just want to see how far we can make it because it's pretty brutal.
Not for the novice.
I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may.
So this is the remnants of the old Roman military road. Kind of cool that it's been around here for thousands of years. Oh wow.
You can take, it's okay, you can take what you want.
Oh, thank you so much.
Which one do you prefer? This one? Okay.
Yes. Grazie.
Do you want
Same.
this one or this one? This one?
Sì.
Prego. Ciao ragazzi.
Ciao.
Se volete ho dell'infuso, della frutta,
Ma io ti prendo.
parte tipo da Sasso, capito?
Ah, ok, sì.
E arrivano a metà mattina, arrivano, capito? Tranquillo.
Yeah, there you go.
The melon here is spectacular everywhere we went.
But not as spectacular as right this minute.
But yeah, but not as good as right this minute.
Assaggiano di questi. Lo so.
So if you're ever going on this little road march,
Stop here and have some fresh fruit, some cucumber lemon water.
Complimenti.
Dai, ciao ragazzi, buon cammino. You have to try one of these and one of these. You have to.
I have to.
You have to. Oh.
It's all from our
Garden?
We are a little farm, you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sure. It's all our fruits.
And what's this here?
Apple?
No, pera.
Pear.
Oh.
Pear with. You have to take that with fig jam.
Oh my gosh. All right,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one has it already
Yeah,
on it.
that one, that one, that one.
Wow.
Ah.
Oh my God, that's delicious.
And with a little mint on.
Yeah.
That is my wife. My wife loves mint, you know, and but it's good. It's okay. It tastes good with.
It makes it very refreshing.
Yeah, refreshing. Yes, refreshing. Yeah. Yes, you have to take. It's not okay. Bye. Bye.
So that kind of tastes like a version of applesauce with mint and something else in it.
Yes, because in the jam, my wife used to put herbs in the jam,
That's very
and
good.
it's very good because it's aromatic.
Mm-hmm.
It's a aromatic jam, and it's very good.
It is very good.
And this jam is with these figs, you know, it's the same. Yeah. You didn't try one of these. You have to.
I have to. I will.
Yeah.
This was the perfect.
This was so needed.
I know. I imagine. I know. It's you know, this trek is not easy.
Well,
It's not easy. No, it's.
that and the fact that both of us are older, and we don't hike on a normal basis. So,
Okay.
so
okay.
we're
And then it's hot. That
Yes.
that doesn't help. Yeah.
And we decided to just push ourselves because as we're
Okay.
getting older,
Yeah.
you start worrying about, oh, in the future I'm not going to be able to do as
Yes,
much.
Yes.
So we said,
But you have to be careful. If
Yes.
the sun is too hot, it's better if you stop and you stay because you know
yes.
it's not a joke. Yeah, really. Yeah, no, it's not.
Okay, grazie.
Have a good day. Ciao,
Thank you.
Ciao, buon cammino. Ciao, ciao.
I feel
Now he's
much
happy.
better. Now I'm happy. You know, things like that are popular on like the Appalachian Trail by us, where they have trail angels that you'll be walking and somebody will come and set up a little stand and they'll make pancakes for the hikers or have snacks. So this, I think, wasn't really a uniquely Italian thing, more of like a hiking community thing.
Well, I think that they have a little farm, and I mean, their little farm, it's a way to supplement the income and be helpful to people because they're giving things that are like sugar and water and watermelon and things that'll refresh us.
Yes. And my God, these flies. There's so many flies on here. If anything's annoying so far, it's these goddamn flies.
Well, and they said that the flies, there's a certain name for the specific flies. They're bigger than the regular flies, and they bite.
And they bite, yeah. All right, we're going to carry on. I don't know how far we're going to make it, but that little energy boost will last about a good 5 minutes.
You said that the last time.
But look, it looks like that's got to be the top, because I could see the mountainside right there.
Hey,
I say we just push on and do it.
we'll push on and do that one. But then after we get up there, taking a break.
A water break, yes. This whole day has been nothing but incline, and it's killing me. Wow, what an amazing view.
Lovely cars.
And that's the one thing you don't want to hear if you're on top of a mountain in a foreign country is thunder. There's really, where we're at right now, there's no way off this mountain other than forward. So
But it has cooled it off.
it has cooled it off a lot. But I kind of feel like this is the headline of Florida man and woman get hit by lightning on foreign country on Italian mountain. So we ran into a little snag. And that snag is somehow we've missed the trail. And our B&B tonight, check-in is until 8 o'clock. If we were to go back and find the trail and we're top of the mountain, our host luckily has offered to come in and pick us up wherever we were. But it looks like, looking at the trail, there's not going to be any access for him to come and pick us up. So we've made it off the trail onto some road. We sent them our location.
However, we went and we gauged, or we went and did all the research, and from the where we were last night to where we're supposed to be tonight was 4 miles.
No, 14 miles.
4 miles if we went the other route.
Oh, if we walked straight
Right. So if we
on the roads.
if we walked the other route, it would have been 4 miles. We've done 4 miles. So theoretically, we're still in the whatever. It's just that we're not walking through the woods and over the hills, and to grandmother's house we go. So we just have to.
I don't know. I'm just kind of chalking it up to like beginner's mistake.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a simple like mistake. But to be honest with you, I'm pooped anyway, so.
I'm pooped too. It's like it seemed like we had 15 and something miles to go today. And the further that we went, the longer time. It started out being like 8.5 hours, and then it was 9 hours. And the more we hiked, it never got down under 9 hours. And
yeah,
so,
it seemed like we were actually going further away. And I guess in theoretics, it could have been the way that the mountain goes twisty. I don't know, but yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
do the best we can. The idea of doing this perfect is completely out the window.
Yeah.
But we'll make it to the B&B, find some pizza or something for dinner, crash up, and then tomorrow I think we only have a 3 or 4 hour hike, which for us means 7 or 8 hour hike.
Yeah.
But
I go slower because the other thing is that yesterday we had really, really severe inclines at the beginning, and then we had incline straightaways, declines throughout. This one, the whole entire day, if you even look, the whole entire day is an incline. Some worse than others. And my biggest thing is, if you have weak ankles, do not try this unless you have a lot of support on those, because there's a lot of loose rock roads. It's almost like walking in a riverbed, and I've already twisted my ankle twice. Fortunately, wasn't bad because I'm like really being slow when I walk. Some people I guess are really good at it, but like no.
I don't know. So we're gonna hang out here, wait for our B&B host to come and pick us up and rescue us. This is kind of like Survivor Man gone bad. Translate. That's him.
Yeah.
Hey!
Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao!
Piacere.
Mwah.
Ciao Eric.
Ciao!
Piacere. Piacere. No WhatsApp, trovato. Ecco, no WhatsApp. Ok.
We were saved.
Drink.
Ah!
Annotation ristorante Alberto Poli. Sì.
Day 3. Today is a pretty easy day. It should only be about a 3 hour hike. But we got into town last night, Nice little accommodation. We even got separate beds last night.
And the bed's softer than any of the other beds that I've, besides Denise's house, this is like, all the rest of them are rocks.
So one of the things I don't know if we explained yesterday is yesterday's hike was supposed to take us to Mount Adone, and the Path of the Gods is named so, or there's actually kind of two Path of the Gods in Italy. There's one on the Amalfi Coast, and there's this one. This one is technically known as the Street of the Gods because you pass over the peak of 5 mountains that are named after Roman gods. One of the more scenic spots is when you get up to Mount Adone. Well, yesterday in our tiredness, we made a wrong turn, ended up making a pretty steep descent. And by the time that we realized it, time was going so slow. We were hiking and hiking, but our GPS just wasn't changing. We always had 8 hours to go, regardless of how much we had hiked. When we realized that, it was like, all right, we're not going to make it. It's starting to thunder. It's starting to rain a little bit. We just need to call it. So we never made it to Mount Adone, but that's fine. You know, sometimes things don't go perfect and you just do the best that you can. So today is day 3. It's 7:30. Now here's the funny thing. We've had 7, 8 hour hikes, and we haven't gotten on the road until like 9, 10 o'clock. We have a 3-hour hike today. It's 7:30 in the morning and we're ready to go. Why we didn't do this with the longer hikes, I don't know. Maybe it was a little bit too intimidating. My backpacks.
What?
All right. I wanted this to be a seamless, let's do this as we walk out the door. That ain't happening.
Well, if you want, you can open that other door and I'll close it. If it'll open. All right, there you go.
Let's do it.
All right, here you go.
Là. Ok.
Ah, grazie. I can't believe how peppy we are this morning. I was walking down the road like everybody that's coming the other way. I wish I caught it on camera. Deb's like, buongiorno, buongiorno.
I got sleep on a soft bed.
Buongiorno, puppy.
Buongiorno. Arrivederci, Manzano. Ciao.
So, at the Airbnb, or what is it, the
B&B.
B&B. So I wet it and I put it in the fridge overnight so that for at least the first hour it's really cool and I can keep patting my face because I sweat, of course. And we were coming up the hill and I'm like, went to grab it and thought, oh shit, I left it. I kept reminding myself. I went into the refrigerator twice this morning going, all right, I need to remember that. And I walked out and we came up enough that I was not going back for it. And I was like, oh, because my sister got me this. And as long as it's wet, it stays cool. Oh, and then we went and stopped to get some water. Lo and behold, here comes our host with this. I was like, oh, hero.
I gotta say, what a phenomenal host. And it's like he has a layer of excitement and an excitement for us for doing this that just made the whole thing worthwhile. So we just took a little detour, and it was a blue sign that said Via Degli Dei. And there was some guy handing out stickers by some kind of mural that he painted. And so he took a photo of us and he posted it on his Instagram, which is this right here. Oh my gosh, we made it. I just can't wait to shower and get out of these clothes and a nice cold drink.
I'm just ready to lay down on my back. All right.
This place is so cool. It's a hotel, a restaurant, and a little cafe. And all day there's little old Italian men in there playing cards that I just took a sneak peek of. I want to be a little old Italian man that plays cards all day in the cafe.
You can't keep yourself still that long.
If I was playing cards, I just might. But one of the things that's happening is, like, we're 5 weeks into this trip and my stomach is starting to turn knots a little bit, just because it's craving some familiar things. Like, I love the espresso and the cappuccino, but I would love to find a good cup of drip coffee, which I know I can find in Florence. And as far as food, it's like, I love the pasta, I love everything, but I just kind of feel like, oh my God, I don't want another bowl of pasta right now. My stomach needs something I'm familiar with, so I'm thinking burger and fries. And not McDonald's, like, we're actually at a restaurant, so I kind of feel like it kind of counts because we're at a restaurant, we're not at a fast food place. In all the videos and stuff, it's like, I didn't realize it was so mountainous. I thought it was going to be like those last couple of miles where it's like, bam, 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 we're walking on the road. But, and in none of the videos do they show the inclines.
No.
You know why? It's fucking too hard to video on the inclines. So nobody videos that.
Yeah.
They just video where it's easy on the flat parts, which is maybe an hour out of a 7-hour hike. Nobody's showing these inclines. Look,
Or declines.
if you choose to do it, there's these inclines that nobody tells you about.
And decline.
And declines. But the declines aren't kind of as bad.
To you,
To me. Well, but they're hard on your knees.
the declines are hard on me, period. The inclines are a pain in the ass. And they're hard on my shoulders, but other than that, I'd rather do an incline all day long than a decline.
Fair enough. So our elevation gain tomorrow is like 1,200 feet. That's a lot, I think.
It is a lot.
But
Because that's like 30 feet.
what is?
That building.
Is it really? Here, hold this. Let's measure it.
You have to climb how many of those buildings?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. 3, 6, 9, 12, 40. Is that it? Wait. 1,200 feet, 40 times 30. Holy shit. You have to climb like 40 of those buildings. And it's probably all in the first hour of the hike.
Unfortunately, no. They keep surprising you with that.
Yeah, that's true. Holy crap.
No, the thing is that when you climb the 40, it's not this. It's this
That's true.
at the beginning of the hike. Then it does this. And
Holy
then it
crap.
does this. And then it does this again.
This is going to be insane.
But it's definitely a protocol.
Like, oh my God, what a great burger. It's more of like, I feel like I'm in a Greek diner in New York, is exactly what it reminds me of. So to me, it's like comfort food, home. Just what I needed right now is comfort food. Except for the fries. The fries are really amazing.
Yeah. The fries are the star of the show.
non-crust burger. However, it's filling and it tastes adequate.
Great.
Have a nice holiday.
I'm glad we chose here.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Bye. Have a nice day.
Okay. Wow, what nice people.
Yes.
Nice people, great food, or good food, great beer. Now I feel energized. Now I feel like my stomach's reset, and I'm ready to hike for miles tomorrow. And when I say miles, I mean feet. All right, so we're gonna end it here, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow on day 4. Day 4. All right, guys, so we called it quit on the hike. And the reason that we called it quit on the hikes was we were in a position that had we gone the next day, there was no easy way to get from that stop to the next one, which was an 8-hour hike. And we were both kind of struggling a little bit. Deb had already called it as far as there's no way that I'm going to be able to pull an 8-hour hike.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to pull an 8-hour hike after 4 days of consistently hiking for that long. That was just, going to be a 5th day of a long hike. And as we already know, like 8 hours for them is like 10, 11, 12 hours for us. So it was just one of those things where I wasn't having fun anymore. And I'm like, I'm too old not to have fun.
Well, and there was, for most of the B&Bs, we had to be there by a specific time. It would have been a challenge to make it by the specific time, but also the fact that there was no easy way to get from one town to the next. We thought maybe we would break up or break off, and I would continue the hike and Deb would go from one B&B to the next. But with public transportation, it would have taken hours and multiple buses to get from one spot to the next. And with only one phone, we would have been out of communication with each other. So we either quit when we did, or if we carried on, we would have been in a position where there was no other option but continue. And if we weren't feeling like we were going to make it, we could have been stuck up on the mountain. So we decided, you know what, let's just call it, because all of these things are adding up that this can kind of become a little bit too risky.
Well, and one of the other things that, people don't think about is that as being older, you also get a little bit wiser. And the fact is, if we were out in the mountains and there was something that caused a problem where we had to have somebody quote unquote rescue us, that's taking, those people away from people that truly need rescuing. Because we're like, hey, we might not be able to finish this, so
we called it. Now, I know I had mentioned earlier in the other video about how much weight I had put into this hike, and do I feel bad for us not finishing? No, not at all. I feel like we really gave it a great effort. There's no reason that in the future we couldn't pick up where we left off and continued the hike. But also, having the ability to call an audible, we tried it, we were in over our heads, and maybe this is kind of like what this channel is about, is us doing shit that we can't do, because sooner or later we'll end up doing something that we can. So, like I said, we called it. I'm happy that we called it when we did.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like we spoke to other people on our journey, and a lot of the Italians were like surprised that we even did it. On that hike, there's very few Americans that go on it, and one of the reasons is that Eric has said something. Have you said it in the past already or not?
About the moderate?
Yes.
So there seems to be a difference between European hikes and American hikes, that what they consider easy on their scale would be a moderate hike on the American scale. So we were kind of completely unprepared. We did a lot of research on the hike, but it just seemed that everybody was like, yeah, it's easy, you can do it, you can do it. And it's like, yeah, we could, but we just, I think maybe didn't set it up properly, because there's not a lot of information other than an Italian on the hike, and so we did the best we could with the information that we had. We did the best we could.
Well, and a lot of the Italians that we met, even younger Italians, were saying how rough it was on them, and we're kind of proud of us for going as far as we did. So, you know, I think that we did a good job. I'm not disappointed in it all. And again, we can go back and finish it if we want to. I enjoyed the hike. It's just when it got to the point where it wasn't any more fun, and then there was the aspect of, you know, we could have finished it physically if we really, really, really wanted to, but then we would have been completely dead in the water for I don't know how long.
Well, yeah, we could have, but once again, we would have been in a position of we're not going to make it to our accommodations by the time they close.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, maybe if we had a tent or something, or going forward, space it out a little bit more so the remaining 5 days becomes 9 days, then yeah, we could do it. But do I feel bad? No, I feel like, hey, we gave it our best shot. We did the best that we could, and it was still a fun experience.
Yeah, it was. We got to meet some really cool people and do some neat stuff, and as you've seen, we got to chat with some of the locals, so it was cool.
So it was a blast. So thanks for following along with this. It was a blast. This isn't the last video. We got more videos coming up. We have more travel things happening. We have more art things happening. And there's a whole other aspect of this too that we haven't really talked about that we'll probably get into in the next video. So thanks for following along. If you haven't already, do us a favor and subscribe and like our videos, and it'll just kind of help us make more shitty videos. All right, thanks guys.
Bye.